once the president finished his speech, then they selected a small number to actually walk across the stage, shake the president's hand, and get your certificate. And not one of us, but both of us were
So
selected.
you shake the president.
Yeah.
Let me also feel it.
Yeah.
Not only that, and I was so emotionally.
Yeah.
I'm just in tears walking across that stage, okay,
And waving her flag.
and waving my flag. That's right, my Ghana flag. Just and I get probably this far, maybe 3 feet from him, and I said, "Thank you so very much." And he looked at me like, real like. And when I got up to him, he just turned me around, and that's how the picture
Wow.
was taken with him.
Yeah.
But I know he felt me, no matter what anybody has to say about him.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I know he felt me.
Yeah.
That I was so appreciative, just to be able to do that. Because do you know how long it takes to be
A
to be?
citizen?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
But when you think about it, she started the process 5 years ago.
5 years.
I hadn't even thought about it that way. I hadn't
So,
even thought about it
The
that way.
process started in 2019.
Lord, let us live another
So,
5 years.
so it's not like we just showed up
And then the citizen.
no, but the process started in the sense of us being here and trying to work our way here
Yeah.
so that we could be full-time contributors.
Yeah.
So it's a process, but we have no doubt that people stood up for us, people stood out for us.
There's this song that I want to sing. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Do you know how to sing?
Not that good.
Not that good. Okay, let's try it.
Yeah,
Okay.
God bless our homeland, Ghana. That is our anthem.
Ah.
Anyway, I'll teach you how to sing that. Thank you very much for checking me out. My name is Ekow Simpson. I am the most happiest person on earth. Why? Because when we have conversations with our brothers and sisters from the diaspora, all that they ask is, Ekow, how can we become part of Africa? You know, this conversation has been going on since I realized and I read from a documentary that there is this brother, I've forgotten his name, if you can help me with. His name is Malone Money or something. He initiated Ghana connecting with African diasporas to have citizenship. And then he started way back when J.J. Rawlings was a president. He used to work at the Du Bois Center in Accra.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, 2024, we woke up to a beautiful news that about 600 of our brothers and sisters have granted citizenship. And I was just sitting down, very happy, and I had to bring it down news. And I'm very happy that a lot of you watched that video, commenting and saying good things. Some of you were also negative, but we are not here for the negative part. Keep that to yourself. We are looking at the positive side. Now, I have here with me a beautiful couple from somewhere in this world. They will tell me where they are from, and then we will take the conversation from there. They will tell us the journey that took them from wherever they are. I don't want to be using a certain country, but wherever they are, the preparation that they made to come to the motherland, and then after a couple of years, now they can go to the bank, open a bank account. This is a conversation that we're going to have. So thank you very much for being on my channel. Welcome to Ekow Simpson's channel.
Madasi.
Yes, please, may I know your names?
Grinda.
Grinda. Okay.
And I was born on the day of Akua, so you can call me Akua
Ekow.
if you choose to.
Oh, I love the Ekow.
Okay.
Okay. And here I'm known as Doc. I
Doc.
grew up as Bud Belcher. So we're Grenda and Bud Belcher. Here she's Grenda, here I'm Doc.
And then your Ghanaian name?
Haven't done that yet. I was born on, I think it's Kwesi.
It is Kwesi. It's Kwesi.
So
It's
when
Kwesi.
we see you, we're gonna call you Ankwesi. That is how we say it. So
I'll
Uncle Kwesi
I'll
now
respond.
becomes Ankwesi because we want to shorten things. Now a lot of people are watching us and they are thinking, Ekow, they have made the journey to come to Africa and now they are happy Ghanaians. How did the journey start from you getting to know there was something like an Africa And then when you got to know there was Africa, there was Ghana. How did you get to know about us?
Okay, you can start about.
I'm an old history teacher.
Okay.
And specifically, I'm a teacher of African American studies. So part of that study was the knowledge of Africa. So long, long, long ago, so for 50 plus years, I've known about the independence of Ghana. I've known about the continent, but that was there and it was part of who I am. And as a teacher, part of what I did.
Okay.
We had visited a couple places on the continent, but we hadn't made it to West Africa yet. And so,
Yeah, the trip to Ghana happened this way. I was at a wedding with my cousin. My cousin had married a Ghanaian from here many, many, many moons ago. They separated, but the family adopted her in as a sister.
Yeah.
And so we were at a family member's wedding, and she said, "Come and go to Ghana with me." And I go, "I can't afford to go to Ghana." But he said, "Hey, you go." So I did, and that was 2019. So I came for 2019 and I stayed maybe for a month. And I called him up and said, "I'm not coming back home.
as on the second day,
I'm not coming back home."
You're not coming back.
I wanted to stay in 2019, but he told me I had to come back. So I did. But, when I stepped off that plane, I just knew I was supposed to be here. And then once I got out with our people, I saw my dad, honestly. I saw his sister, and I saw things that my dad did. I'm a Southern girl when you talk about the United States. I was born in the South. The South to me, had more going for themselves as far as things that the culture that goes on than the North did. So I was raised as a country girl, and I know how to plant. I know how to do all those things. But when I saw my dad, I just said, this is where I'm supposed to be. And so I came back, and he said, "Well, give me an opportunity to go, to come." And so that was in 2022.
Yeah,
You can go from there.
after her visit in 2019, then COVID hit. And so we sort of pushed things back until COVID was over. In 2022, then we both had a chance to come over. She was here in 4 weeks. I was here for 3. I had to delay my visit because of some medical issues. But I finally was able to, they allowed me on a plane so I could go and keep the visit. It didn't take long at all for me to see enough to say, okay, we can do this. And it's at that point that we started 2 years of planning.
Okay. 2 years of planning.
Yes.
And studying Ghana.
Studying. Okay.
Yeah.
He got so sick of me. He goes, "Are you watching videos again?"
Yeah.
So I was watching you before I came.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's all I did. I was eating Ghana. I was just eating. And it really helped because it's nothing like coming here, though. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing like being here in the mix of things. But it gave me enough about the culture to say, okay, for me to respect it even more.
Right.
So yeah, we did 2 years of planning, serious planning.
Yeah. So we had to plan income, housing, medical facilities, what to do with family back home. So just there was a lot, and to get an idea of what were we getting ourselves into. How politically stable is it? Do the people want us there?
Yeah.
Although we would love being there, is it, what's the word? Is it hospitable?
Yeah.
The people welcome you in. So there was a lot to try to pick up at YouTube University.
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah. Everything is there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and we picked up as much as we could, asked lots of questions,
Yeah.
and the videos were the godsend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and other YouTube influencers helped out so much. So continue to do what you're doing. Yeah.
People were watching.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So you because you were a lecturer teaching African studies and history, like you mentioned, that gave you an idea of Africa. And then your first step into the country, say you called and said, "I'm not coming back."
2 days.
What did you see? Tell me what did you see?
You know, when you come, well, for me, I'm speaking personally for me, but my daughters just left and they said the same thing. First of all, when I got on the airplane from London to here, there's nothing but sisters and brothers. And to come from the U.S., any part, I feel, any part of the U.S., and just to be around us,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my God, look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. So that was, you know, it was a great feeling. And I can go on and on, but I just remember coming this way. It was an older gentleman that lived in Ghana, and we had seats. We had a seat between the two of us. We shared food. I would never do that on the plane. No, it was just the warmth was there, right there, to show me, wow, nobody but God is doing this, and look what's happening. I'm not going back to the USA. I'm not going back.
People like us
Mm.
would want to find, you see, the story is in two parts. We here feel that we are looking for prosperity, we are looking for wealth, we are looking for money, and in quote freedom. But listening to you and others, it looks like you are coming here for peace of mind and belongingness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you say, or what would you say are some of the things that to you made you wanted to move? Because health facility wise, the US is over 100%
Right.
than us
Right.
in terms of a lot of things. So what made you still want to leave all these and come here?
For me, the first trip, to go into a home that did not know me. I mean, I get emotional, so if I start crying, don't say it. And to open their arms up and just take me and just, I felt like I was part of the family.
Yeah.
It was just, that was it. You know, they protected me. The protection, that was another thing. I tell everybody, when you come here and you find people that love you, love them back.
Right.
Because they will protect you and they will be there for you. So they took me as if I was their sister, you know, and they would say, no, you can't do that. No, we don't want you to do it. No, come with us. You know, just the protection and the love for one thing. And another thing that really gave me a lot of joy was to see sisters working. And when I say sisters working, not one job, 2 jobs, you know, 4 streams of income coming in. I'm going, these sisters are working and working with each other.
Yeah.
It's hard to, it's for me.
Yeah, especially the youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me personally. I tried to do a lot of things in the U.S. and it was so hard to get people to work with me. I come here and I give and it's received and it's loved and it's appreciated.
Right.
Yeah. And then I get people that want to work with me and want me to work with them. So it's the community part. Community part was really
Right.
had a lot to do with it too. Yeah.
And keep in mind, we started this process after our 70th birthday.
Yeah, we're old folks.
70.
Yeah. So I'm now 76.
Are you 76?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm 75.
Wow. So
Yeah.
76, 75.
yeah. So we started the process late.
Okay.
And so one of the things we did, while we came from the state of Texas to here. And while we were there, Brenda was her mother's primary caregiver.
Uh-huh.
And so her mother just turned 100 in August.
100.
100 in August. Yeah. So that's what I'm up against. So there was part of the planning was we needed to make sure that we cared for her mother. And so I retired first. And
Well, I was in retirement.
well, yeah, she had been in retirement and her primary activity was full-time caregiver for her mother. I was teaching at a high school, teaching social studies at a high school for 10 years. And so I was able to retire. And after I retired, part of the plan was then I would come back into the home, be the primary caregiver for her mother, and then she went back into the workforce for another
For
year.
1 year.
And that allowed us to save. And again, to save and to prepare and to plan. Yeah. So the when you get here, it doesn't take long to realize that whatever you want is here.
Mm-hmm.
It might take you longer to put your hands on it,
Yeah,
but it's
it
here.
is here.
And if it's not here, then you can pay the cost to export it.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's you can do it. And when you look at, we didn't want Accra because it's too big, too fast, too much.
Yeah.
Um, well, I didn't anyway.
You know, I didn't either,
And
babe.
so Cape Coast suited us much better. So this was like being on vacation. Yeah. And so since I've been here, it's like being on vacation.
Vacation.
Yeah.
Because like you said, everything that you need, you will get it.
Yeah.
They are here. If you don't get it here and you're ready to pay for it to be transported to you, they will definitely do that.
Yes.
Now, 1 year after you decided to move in, how was 1 year for you? It's like telling a child that I'll buy you chocolate on your birthday, which is the next day. That child would have waited. That's overnight sleep is like 500 years
Yeah.
because they can't wait. How was it like a whole year being in Ghana? I mean, going, coming, getting tired. I know you may get tired.
Did a lot of praying too.
At some point, you may get tired.
Yeah.
At some point, you'll be like, yes. So, how was like the first full year for you?
Well, one of the first things we did is to put up not quite a vision board, but we put up a large easel pad,
Several.
and wrote what needed to be done. And then we tried to prioritize when it needed to be done. So it was a business venture.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
business, just like any business meeting. Decided what's it look like when it's finished? What's the priority? Does it need to be done before that
Okay.
or after?
Okay.
And we laid it out. The biggest headache was releasing on things that you've had for so long.
Right.
Much of it we brought with us, or in the process anyway, but some of it was just releasing on things. Like Brenda did a plant sale.
Yeah.
Brenda, plants are a huge piece of her life. So she did a plant sale and released on plants that she had had for 10 years. Yeah.
That was difficult.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about my plants. Because when I go back and see some of the people that I've sold my plants to, they're not doing well, and that just bothers me.
You can cut that out.
But no, don't cut that out. Keep it in your I want them to know that. No, but you're right. It was a lot of ups and downs with emotions, you know. But I just remember one particular time that it dawned on me that we're doing this, and I was writing. I was just writing and journaling, and my conscience, which I think is God, told me everything's going to be okay. And I would always tell him whenever something came up against us, I go, babe, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Now, everybody would not be doing what we do the way we did it. And some people, if I was 30 years younger, I would have just dropped it and kept just,
Yeah, just
I would just say, I'm gone up out of here. But because I'm older and more seasoned,
yeah.
I knew we had to plan for it. Yeah. And we sacrificed a lot. And that's what I want people to know here. And that's what I tell young people when they see me and they think, I got it. They think I got it.
Yeah.
I got a heart. That's what I have. And I got brains, okay? But I'm not rich. And I tell them, I worked hard to get here. And I tell the young people this too. I will help you find what you need, but you're going to have to work for it. Because we worked hard to get here. Yeah, there were moments when I go, oh my God, Lord Jesus, help me, because just just doing the planning alone
Yeah.
and not knowing, it was an unknown. This was unknown.
A lot of it. Yep.
A lot of it was unknown.
We have to remind people that we are retired senior citizens living on a fixed
And
income.
we always tell them that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people will, the misconceptions that are on this side of the house are just as bad as the misconceptions
On
on
the
that
other
side of
side,
the
yeah,
house.
yeah.
And one of the misconceptions here is that if you made it over here, you must be reasonably wealthy. Not always the case.
No,
Not always.
I don't know too many cases
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is the mentality in our minds that uh, everybody that comes out from the US or from the West is rich. And that is one thing I also want to be preaching to my Africans who are watching us right now. I have happened to have traveled to Canada twice. I just came last week. And if I tell you the rat race,
Mm.
it's like nobody has time for nobody.
Yeah. You
You
got
get
it.
up. Those people that I was staying with, they get up in the morning like 5:30. They get to work, come back like 9 p.m. Sleep, wake up the next day. I'm like, yo.
Do it all over.
And I was like, I can't stay there.
Yeah,
I mean, I've lived all my life.
I can't stay there
overseas,
either.
and I have to go and stay there.
Yeah.
And then no, I didn't want to. I didn't want to. So I had to
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah,
And it's refreshing when you feel like you've gotten home. You see, like
Yeah.
the refreshment that you have.
yeah,
And now you feel now you can go out with anybody, and nobody's gonna be looking at you in a certain way because you're white or you're black. No.
or I wear my hair the way I want to.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's a whole different world. It's a whole different world, and this is the best of the world here. And I'm not saying that to just be saying that, but sisters and brothers, when I think they have to get this the mentality thing, both like you said, on both sides. So, you think that those that are in the U.S. think that they have to have the house, they have to have the fine car, they have to wear the Gucci bags, they have to, you know, it's like we're shipping stuff. I go, why did I bring all those bags with me? Why? But life is too short. It's too short. Not just for me, but for those that are younger than me. Life is just too short. And I'm praying. We have 4 grown children there, and I'm praying to God that they will all come here, all bring my grandkids, bring my great grandkids, because you can just live. It's stress free. And it's a place where our family, our children, were raised to help, to get out in the community and help.
Okay.
So, and the 3 girls that came and just left, they were just excited. I took them to the orphanage where I volunteer, and they just came up with all kind of ideas of things that they could do. Woo, woo. So I want everybody to be hungry for that, because what's going on in the U.S., you just don't have people of color that wants to get up and leave now. You have people that wants to get up and leave. Yeah. So I can talk it on and on. It's happening all over the world, but I'm speaking of the U.S. Yeah.
Alternatively, people would want to have an option to life. An option to life is when, if I have to go through this way and it's blocked and there's so much insanity, then I can just go there. And that is what I feel you have now as an American citizen and as a Ghanaian citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, people are jealous of you.
I know.
About
I know.
millions of people.
I know. But they can
Because
have the same thing that we have. They can have it.
They
can
can,
have
right?
it.
They can.
But this has to change.
Yes.
And when this is in alignment, this is my heart and my head. When it's in alignment, they'll get up and come.
Straight.
They'll just get up and come. They might just drop everything and just. They were not playing like we do. Just get up and come.
At some point, you have to release.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the thing about the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step? Yeah, you got to leap out.
So I would term your citizenship as 1,000 mile, and then you started with a step. What was the first step you took to get your citizenship? How? What was the process?
You don't want to know our story. You do not want to know our story.
Cut it short.
But we'll cut it short.
We
Yeah.
have to.
We,
Well,
we were blessed.
Okay.
We were blessed. And I think that God gives us all what we need at His time.
Okay.
So we were blessed to be able to obtain citizenship. Yeah. First of all, I have to thank the president. I have to thank the president so much for that. And DAF, I thank them. But our case, there is so many different stories
Yeah. So,
for citizens
citizens.
that obtained their citizenship.
You're familiar with DAF, the
diaspora.
Affairs Forum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our story is quite different, and you'll hear more about our story on our YouTube channel because we don't want to take up your time. I mean, you'll hear more
But-
about our story, though.
But the short version is that when we came here, we became members of the African American Association of Ghana,
Okay.
at AAAG in
In Accra.
Accra. And so when we moved to Cape Coast, then there's the central region. That's the African Ascendants Association of Central Region, African Ascendants Association of Ghana.
Yeah.
Its acronym is CRAIG.
Great.
And so we were members of CRAIG. So we went back to the United States in August for her mother's 100th birthday party. While we were there, there was an application that came through that said, if you're interested to see if you can do this citizenship, then you need to fill out the application. So that was the start of the process. And it required, there were time limits that we needed to meet. We had to find a police report.
Yeah.
And we'd even gotten advice at one point, well, why don't you just pack your bags and come back to Ghana? We said, no, this 100-year birthday is,
Yeah,
is quite
it's
important.
quite
So
important.
no, we're going to do this. So we were able to work that out. And then we had some challenges with where and when the paperwork was.
Okay.
And God looked out for
Yeah,
us.
always, always, always.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
so now I can say, you have your Ghanaian passport.
Not
No,
yet.
we haven't got
Okay,
that.
Because we need to do birth certificates.
Okay.
And that was not one of the things we brought with
Yes.
us.
It's coming, but
It's coming.
So I mean, the good news is that you're now a citizen.
Mhm.
You have your certificates. Because I saw a lot of people. Who
Oh yeah, we have our certificate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have
Yes,
a
yes,
we
do.
got it. We got it. We
I can
got it.
prove that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I took pictures. yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it.
So some of your family members may have a prior information to you getting this, and then there are others who got to know after. What was the reaction in all for your kids, your family? How was it like?
The girls.
Yeah. Our 3 adult daughters came to visit on, they actually landed in Accra on November 7th.
Okay.
2 of them had birthdays, one at the end of October, one at the beginning of November. So they'd come to celebrate their birthday.
On the continent.
Additionally,
Continent.
yeah, our 44th wedding anniversary was also November 7th. So we picked them up and brought them back here. They were excited for us, but they didn't find out. We were on our way back so we were going to spend a few days in Tema and Accra, and we found out that, hey,
You guys
we've
made
been
it.
able to line you up, but you need to be here by tomorrow at noon.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so
So it was like
Yeah.
a
It's a
trick.
story.
Yeah.
It's a story. It's a story.
and the girls had an opportunity to be with us when we were at the immigration office doing the final paperwork.
So that
So
was
they
wonderful.
were there waiting on us to come out with a yes, we did it.
Yes.
So the excitement is too small a word
Yeah. Yeah.
all the way around. Um, and our son, we have one son. He's excited too. And when we're driving, everybody's on the phone in the car phone, and it's just excitement.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the rest of the family, as they talk to us, nothing but good wishes and
Yeah.
excitement. I have yet to hear someone say you're fool. You know, they may have thought about it, but no one has approached me quite that way. There's enough people who said, God bless you.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking about it. But family and most of the people have been real positive about what it is that we've decided to do.
Right.
And another thing too is our age and doing this. As I mentioned, we do have a YouTube channel. 35% of the viewers are our age and so interested in Ghana. And said, well, if you did it, I could do it too.
Yeah.
So I go, yeah, you can. You can.
It's like
can.
you become a benchmark, like something they can look up to.
Yeah.
They were 75, 76, and then they were able to do it.
Yes.
So then we
Yeah.
can also do it.
Yeah.
And that was the reason for starting the YouTube channel.
Okay.
We
To let
started
them
it
know
in
that-
July,
Okay.
and that was not the only reason, but it was a big reason to encourage seniors that, okay, Mexico is there, yes, Belize is there, Panama is there. You might want to come over here,
Come here first.
take a look.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're watching this video right now, I'm going to tell you a YouTube name that you should follow. Okay. So this YouTube channel has two of my favorite, now my favorite senior comrade.
Senior.
Senior citizen comrade.
Senior comrades. Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, thank you.
Who are trying to project their stay in Africa, Ghana, West Africa. And you should go ahead and then follow and subscribe to the others. I'm going to ask you to mention the YouTube name so that people can follow, right?
It's the Belcher's Appreciative Eye. That's it. It's the Belcher's Appreciative Eye, and it's on YouTube.
Okay, so I'll put the name in the description
Thank
or
you.
the link in the description. You just go ahead and follow. Now, before we end it, do you think it's a privilege for you to be a Ghanaian?
Big
Most
time.
definitely.
Big time.
Big time.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you look at our group of 524 is only the third time in Ghana's history that they had brought in groups.
Whoa.
They did it, I think they brought like 35, 36 in 2019.
And 100
In
and something.
2022,
22, they did
they
another
brought 126.
Yeah.
And 2024, they brought 524.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So, but before, there are people who have been naturalized in Ghana for sure. But to focus on diasporans and to do it in quantity, yeah, we're special.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Yeah, God has smiled on us.
And God has ordered our steps, each from the beginning. And I don't know when the end will be, but I will live this life and dedicate my life to Ghana as long as I live.
Right.
So, no, I'm serious about that. I'm very serious about that. I have nothing else to do but that. That's my assignment.
Yeah,
And I'm
but,
good with it.
yeah, but
Yeah.
ask 20 people born and raised here, how many people do they know who have been naturalized?
They have no idea.
Yeah. And so it's rare.
It's rare.
It's rare. Yeah, it's rare, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
We understand it. And then during the ceremony, what was even rarer was that they asked everyone 18 to 25 to, to acknowledge them.
Okay.
Everyone 80 and above, they set them and acknowledged them. And those who were 75 to 79, they did the same thing. So asked us for our certificates. We gave them to them. And then once the president finished his speech, then they selected a small number to actually walk across the stage, shake the president's hand, and get your certificate. And not one of us, but both of us were
So
selected.
you shake the president.
Yeah.
Let me also feel it.
Not only that, and I was so emotionally.
Yeah.
I'm just in tears walking across that stage, okay?
And waving her flag.
And waving my flag. That's right, my Ghana flag just and I get probably this far, maybe 3 feet from him, and I said, "Thank you so very much." And he looked at me like, you know, like. And when I got up to him, he just turned me around, and that's how the picture was taken.
Wow.
Was taken with him.
Yeah.
But I know he felt me, no matter what anybody has to say about him. I don't know, but I know he felt me. That I was so appreciative. Just to be able to do that, because do you know how long it takes to be
A citizen?
Yeah,
It's
what?
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
But when you think about it, she started the process 5 years ago.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about it that way. I hadn't even thought about it
The
that way.
process started in 2019.
Lord, that is 5 years.
So it's not like we just showed up
and then the citizen.
no, but the process started in the sense of us being here and trying to work our way here
Yeah.
so that we could be full-time contributors. So it's a process, but we have no doubt that people stood up for us, people stood out for us, and all that. Like she said, and God's orchestrating the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
But it's a rare privilege to do what we did and to do it at our age.
Right, beautiful.
Yeah.
Now to end this, whilst you're here, are you doing something, contributing in any way? What are you up to, so that people who are also watching can also say, okay, when I come, I can also maybe typically do something.
Well, I'm working with organization called the Determiners. I volunteer. We're working with an office called Sankova,
It's called something.
Sankova, and they have 135 children.
It's an orphanage.
Yeah, and they have 135 children in Ghana. No, not in Cape Coast. They're out. They're about 30 minutes outside of Elmina. Yeah, yeah. And we just want to help them to improve the schools there, the school ground, and where the kids are sleeping. And just Christmas is coming up. We're trying to raise money for the children to get things for them. And I have another friend from the U.S. that's into gardening and stuff like that. So they've given us land to help raise vegetables and stuff, so they could just go out and get their food. They don't have a concrete curriculum, and I'm hoping that somebody will help us get that together. But somebody help us to get it together. But in the meantime, to try to get them what they need to do whatever they can with right now. So I did that in the police school here. We started working with them, but it's some red tape that has to clear in Accra and that type of thing. And we belong to the association he was speaking of.
Craig. So in January, Craig has 2 co-conveners. In January, I will be one of those 2. And so I'll be able to work in the organization. And the organization helps to support diasporans transition into the culture. Brenda has volunteered to take a role in that organization also. So there's plenty to do. So for your viewers, pick it.
Yeah.
You could find it here.
Yeah.
So if you want entrepreneurship, it's here. If you want to volunteer, and here they're called NGOs. That's here.
There's never a dull moment here.
It's always something.
Always something to do. And what I love about it with the diasporas that are here, the organization that we are part of, lots of those diasporas are just out here working with children, and it's just so much to do. And you think you're coming? He thought he was coming here. Okay, we're retiring now, because I asked him. I said, "Well, babe, what do you think about your move here? You know, how do you feel about it?" He said, "Well, I feel like I'm on vacation. Every day feels like a vacation." And
If you're lucky, and then you stay in an area where there are kids, you will never be on vacation.
Try to stay away.
Yes.
But the fact that they see you,
Yeah.
they will just
Yeah.
come to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah, oh
They will
yeah,
just come to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that was, I knew it was time to get off vacation and get in.
Into the
And so Craig was the Craig Organization Association was an opportunity to get off the fence and get in.
yeah.
So it's there for us.
Before we go, how do you see Africans, how do we treat our elderly people, like our elderly family members? Because how do you think we treat them?
I'll
You
give
get me?
yeah,
I got the best treatment.
I'll give you two takes on it. Sometimes they treat me like I can't do anything for myself.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
example, I'm in Melcom
Uh-huh.
and I've got a bag that's this big.
Yeah.
No, Daddy, let me help you with that. I can do this.
Yeah.
No, I was holding an umbrella the other day to keep the sun off me. And Otto says, "No, Doc, you can't do that. Not with me standing beside you.
Yeah, told
I must
umbrella.
hold the umbrella." So the reverence for age it's a treat.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a treat.
yeah. It is a treat.
And I have to sometimes just step back and let it
Let
happen.
it happen.
It took a minute for me to get used to grown men calling me daddy. But
That's just
it
what-
works. But
yeah,
when they see this gray hair, they don't know my age. They just see the gray hair, and the culture says respect your
Respect.
elders,
yeah.
and it's evident.
And I wish I could bottle this up and ship it back to the U.S.
Yeah.
It's just completely different.
It's different.
Yeah, yeah. It's completely different.
With the medical system here at 70 and above, you get free medical service. Yes. It's the place that elders hold. We are even to this day finding that when you go to a chief and the protocol of approaching the king,
Yeah.
eldership means a lot.
Yeah, it means a lot.
Yeah, so we're learning.
It means a lot. That is one thing about Africans. We don't joke with our elders.
Yeah,
We don't. We respect them. We don't want to see you. Even when you want to get up, I have to help. Even if you can get up, I still have to. We believe in what we do today may be done to us when we grow up.
and
That is what we believe in, and it's our culture.
yes, it
And
is.
even when you see an elderly person passing, and then I am sitting here, and I find a younger in between me and an elderly person hanging around, I can shout on him, "Hey, come on, go and take that."
Yes,
Yeah, it's
yes,
like
yes.
you have to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and that is how. If you don't do it, next time you get some lashes. Yeah, for not helping them.
Yeah, yeah.
which is something that we are happy about.
And I'm
And,
happy about
yeah,
it
we're
also.
happy it's there.
Yeah, yeah.
One last thing.
Uh-huh.
When I'm bargaining with a vendor
With the price.
on the price on something, I will ask them, "Is this the price you would charge your grandpa?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's found the system.
Yes.
So he's using the system to help us. That is it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Truth's the truth.
Truth is the truth. All right. So thank you very much for checking us out. We had a nice conversation. This is not going to be the first and then the last. As and when we get to meet, we'll share with you their journey here in Africa, Ghana, Cape Coast to be specific. This is my city. Tell me one place you go and then you love it. You want to go there like every day.
Well, we're in one.
Okay.
And the other for me is the Oasis.
Oasis. Okay.
I like going over and while she's at yoga on the beach, I'll go have coffee.
Yes.
And sitting anywhere along the ocean
Yeah.
works for me.
Ocean.
All right. Thank you very much for being on my show.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.